As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
Tank, I'm with it. I'm down. I think that's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. I think how they talk about Bud and Earl, I think that me and Tank is that type of fight. So respect the Tank, but I'm definitely down for it.
Now I gotta ask you, obviously you feel like you would win the fight, but based on what you saw, how would you break Tank down?
I can't say no game plans. It's gonna happen one day for sure. I know that me and him is gonna survive in this era. And as long as it's good, champ, we gonna survive in this era. And I feel like it's gonna be the biggest fight one day. So I can't really tell you the game plan. When it happens, y'all gonna. Yo, that's dope. I got Floyd to come to a top rank fight.
What did he say? What did he say? Any words of encouragement or?
Yeah. He came here to support me. I appreciate Floyd. I apologize to him. I apologize to Andre Ward. I apologize to Terrence Crawford. All my idols, I put on a bad performance. They came out to see a great performance. I put on bad ones.
I think Shakur is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. At 28 years of age, he's already a 3-division world champion. This is to become a 4-division world champion. Quite remarkable. And Teofimo always rises to the occasion. Sometimes you see a little bit of a lackluster performance when he's not motivated, when there isn't kind of any legacy on the line. This is different. This is a sold-out Madison Square Garden between two of the elite fighters of our generation. And the best thing about this fight is we're seeing them in...
How much easier is boxing when Shakur Stevenson is not in front of you? That guy's difficult, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Shakur's that guy has a ring IQ like none other. He's defensive is another level. His speed's great, his long reach, I couldn't get close to him.
Shakur against Gervonta Davis is, for me, the best fight in boxing. I mean, talk about the lightweight division. He's the king of the lightweights. 2 American fighters, 2 undefeated fighters, multi-weight champions. Just a natural fight. But let's get through Schofield next Saturday. Hopefully fights Zepeda, and then Tank, and that's the 2025 of Shakur Stevenson.
It's the plan for that Tank fight. Obviously, he's got a fight coming up. Is it laser focused if they both get through their next fights and trying to make that fight this year?
Yeah, 100% this year. We can do it next. It's not a problem. But we are supposed to fight Zepeda. He may go missing. But if he doesn't, we do the Zepeda fight, and then we'll fight Tank in the winter. But no problem, Shakur will fight Tank at any...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. just shook the boxing world with a statement that could change everything. The man who helped build Gervonta Davis into a global superstar is now raising serious questions about whether Tank's undefeated dominance is finally in danger. This isn't just another fight, it's a collision of extremes. Explosive, fight-ending power versus cold, calculated precision. And the biggest question remains, what does Floyd see in Shakur Stevenson that others are only beginning to understand?
We had a window for Tank versus Shakur. Gervonta said, we can't fight if you're over there. He became a free agent and went over there. We can say for sure that Tank's available and he ain't going nowhere. He signed a 6-fight deal and that's where he is. He's the man. If you want to fight him, you wouldn't instruct someone not to negotiate with him and then sign with him. Me, I never wanted Tank versus Shakur. I just thought the fight wasn't ready yet. I didn't see it as an entertaining fight, and I saw it as a fight that Gervonta Tank Davis would easily win. So I wanted the rematch with him and Pitbull. So my whole idea was, he's not ready. He needs to fight a Joe Cordina and a Zepeda and shit. And that's when y'all called me out on it. No, showbiz, that's a duck. Shakur called out Gervonta and went another direction. Ducked.
The tension started rising the moment Mayweather spoke out about the stacked 135-pound division. Everyone knows Tank Davis carries knockout power that can shut the lights off in an instant, but Floyd didn't even mention it. Instead, he made one thing crystal clear: Shakur Stevenson is the most skilled fighter in the division right now. Not the most dangerous, the most skilled. And that changes everything.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
What is it about him? Because I know you have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level.
Coming from a defensive mastermind who built his legacy on hit and don't get hit, those words weren't random, they were a warning. Mayweather even compared Shakur to Pernell Whitaker, one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time. That comparison sends a powerful message. Raw aggression and knockout power might not be enough to solve a fighter who simply refuses to be hit.
Man to my left, if he was from the UK, he would be what we call a national treasure. He would be a superstar. And he should be not just a superstar of boxing, but a superstar of American sport. He's 27 years of age. He's a 3-division world champion. And he's never broken sweat. Eric Gomez said it right about comparing him to Floyd Mayweather. I also put him with the likes of Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, all of the greats. This is how good this man is. But for greatness, you need a great opponent. And that is William Zepeda. And this is the fight where Shakur Stevenson will show everybody how great and special.
There's a reason why Shakur is seen as a nightmare matchup for punchers. Terrence Crawford, one of boxing's pound-for-pound kings and a close mentor to Stevenson, revealed that Shakur operates on a completely different level inside the ring. His style is awkward, elusive, and mentally exhausting, turning fights into puzzles where opponents end up chasing shadows instead of landing punches.
When you see them sitting at a press conference and they sitting and they do that face off, that's the real signing of the contract. Let's keep it real. And then sometimes you got to watch that, because I remember that situation Brody and Tank went through there. Then Brody had the situation and that fell out. So you really got to really look at it, and just stay like this and just hope you can make it all the way to the first part of the finish line. You know what I'm saying? And that's the scale. So when you make it to that point, you down there in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just wait, be patient, try to strategize what's the next camp gonna look like, based on what opponent we fighting, what sparring partners we're gonna have, how we're gonna start camp off, what's going on with the individual, So that's what I kind of focus on, to tell you the truth. I try not to strip it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's combat sport. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, you train, you go through that. When I was on the panel with all these great coaches.
Well, I was there, I watched it.
Yeah, Robert said something about, when you've been doing it for so long and the body go through its changes, go through that, and you've been on that level for so long. And I said, Dad, that makes sense. So what I try to do is, you never know what's going to happen at any given time. That's what you prepare for.
Oscar Valdez learned that lesson the hard way. He admitted that even when throwing his most powerful shots, Shakur was always just out of reach, by inches. That's what makes Stevenson so dangerous. He doesn't just avoid punches, he erases your biggest weapon. Because if you can't land clean, your power means nothing. And against a fighter like Tank Davis, that could be the difference between dominance and disaster.
Is Shakur the guy that beats Gervonta, in your opinion?
No, it's a tough one, because Tank carries a punch, but if you're gonna knock somebody out, you gotta first hit him. And Shakur is very difficult to hit. He's always a step away. Shakur. What can I say? People saw the fight. I gave him my best, and try to land those shots is not easy. And even if you land those shots, it's in a defensive way where he's kind of backing up, and you can't get him with a clean shot to even land that knockout that everybody wants.